Hello and welcome to this Q4 update, the last update of the year for 2023. We're obviously here on site today at Darwin Street and the weather's against us. It's a wet and windy day in Birmingham. As you can see behind us, we've got the facades all finished in the rear courtyard, and the scaffolding is due to start coming down today, and then we'll continue over the next couple of weeks. We are, however, still working through a critical path at the front facade, so time's a bit against us there, and again we're hoping for a bit of clear weather to be able to press on with that. We're doing well internally though, as a lot of the units now move toward completion, and the units are now build complete, which we'll head inside shortly so you can see what they look like. Inside a typical 2-bedroom now, as you can see, pretty well build complete, and this is the story pretty much across the development to different stages. In here we've got obviously power on, lights are on, the kitchen's fully functional, the bathrooms are in and pretty much complete. We've got a couple of panels that are outstanding, due to be fitted over the next few weeks leading up to Christmas. In this particular unit we've got flooring and carpets down, so looking good internally. Bit of work to do externally before we start doing handovers at the early part of next year. I'm here with Aaron Granger of EG Electrical. These are one of our construction partners that we've worked with for many, many years. So we thought we'd catch up today and just give you a bit of an insight into what they do and then the different processes that they work through within our developments. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Joe.
Good to see you.
And yourself.
So tell us a bit about EG. Kind of when you started, what you're up to now, and then we'll just talk a bit about kind of first fix, second fix, and then generally kind of how you work through our developments from a...
Yep. So we're EG Electrical. We started in 2006, and we've been working with yourself, as you're aware, for around 5 years now. We've handed over a few developments, and we look forward to the developments that we're moving forward and looking into in the future.
Cool.
Current developments we're doing, we offer full design, electrical and mechanical packages, and we're progressing through our first fix stage within the apartments and also in the landlord areas as well.
Okay.
And we've also completed our first core as well within all second fix as well. So we've got the bathrooms fully installed, all the electrics installed, we've got the CCTV underway, the fire alarm and the sprinkler systems as well. We've done the pressure testing on the sprinkler systems now.
Yeah.
So they're all good to go. So also within the apartments, we've got the ventilation. So we've completed all of the ventilation and all the lagging on the first fix phase. We're now due to get power into the building. So we'll start with the testing.
Okay.
So we can energise all of those units as well. So we can do all the airflow rates. Once we've got the power on within the units, that's when we can start to do the certification phase, which we're ready for. Severn Trent are due on site within the next week, which means that we could start the construction phase of the main tank and the head of sets. All the first fix of the boosted cold water is all in, so we will have water within the units shortly.
Okay.
Fire-wise, the fire alarm is 100% first fixed, and we'll be looking at different phases of that to get that building up and running.
Okay.
As we move forward.
So you mentioned fire. Fire is obviously a big element now, and there's been a lot of changes within your industry, certainly for
Yes.
fire regs, and then us as developers. Can you talk us through a bit about those and sort of how that's changed and what apartments have got facilitations now that they didn't have before?
Yes. So the key changes there are that you've got the introduction of sprinklers within the apartments.
Okay.
So you will see that the apartments will have sprinklers. They will always have to comply to Part 6 of BS 5839 within the fire regulation. So every room will have its own detector within there. So that will be localised within the unit. And then depending on the height of the unit, initially it was only in Scotland where we had to introduce the evacuation systems, but now that's being rolled out throughout the UK as well. So we'll see a key element of that within the design process, where you'll see that the full evacuation systems will be now incorporated within the rooms. So the rooms will have a sounder, whereas if there was a fire within that sector of the building, a fire officer would be able to evacuate certain people during certain times to ensure a safe evacuation of the building.
Okay, great. And then when it comes to certification, has that changed as well from a fire reg perspective?
Certification is not changed so much. I mean, all the elements of the fire all tied in will all have their own part of the certification of which we have to be compliant to.
Sure.
But no, the building control are, extremely stringent and aware of what we need to be issuing as a company. So again, our insurances all have to be in line with that particular sector, and we have to ensure that that is packaged up and delivered pre O&M so the building can be signed off.
Okay, right. Hope you found that informative. We'll be back in Q1 as we near completion of some areas and doing handover in others. So these will be one of our last updates as we draw to a close on site. Your mortgage process should be either well underway or due to start, subject to where you are in the building. And obviously, I hope you're talking to Lamont about the next stage of your journey with lettings and management. We'll see you next year. Meantime, wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.